have done the impossible. Jonas is avenged, and now he can rest, though his spirit will live on in all of us.
We all have. This is as much a time for remembrance as it is celebration. And yet, our great work must continue. I'm afraid one of our scouts reports that even now, the corrupted in the western deserts of Brimstone Sands are marching on the city there. I couldn't agree more, but almost everyone is well tasked with cleaning up here. Once again, I think this assignment might be best for you. Seek out the Soul Warden Tomasz in Ebonscale. He knows the region and can best tell you where to enter the sands. Luck be with you, my heroic friend. And before you depart, I believe Morgaine wishes to speak with you.
Seems you're throwing yourself at another problem with an immediacy that would make others blanch. I'm much the same. Though I admit it to very few, or likely just yourself, I am rather drained from the battle. Otherwise I'd accompany you. Manipulating the ancient guardians has given me new hypotheses to research. And the library in New Corsica is an excellent place to start. I was discussing an idea with Sun Fushan before she left. Apparently her Empress's own library was destroyed by the corrupted. What a waste. She's an interesting person, and not as dim as I had first presumed.
Soul Warden. Hopefully you didn't find me rude disappearing from the camp so suddenly. I simply needed to inform Liang of your success. As is becoming the theme of our partnership, good news doesn't always spread as quickly as bad. I suppose I wanted to indulge, and also I didn't want to make as formal a goodbye as we had before. We are parting, yes, but we shall see each other again. I will. You know where you can find me if the need ever arises for an emboldened alchemist brewing her war-grade potions. Until then.
You've made it! Good! Your exploits precede you, and we have need of your aid. In addition to the threat from the Tempest's forces here, we received word that the corrupted Legion in Brimstone Sands is preparing an assault on the capital of New Corsica. The civilians are fleeing the region in droves in advance of the fight. Another Soul Warden, Buhawi, has been organizing the refugees, helping in any way he can. I haven't heard from him for some time. You've taken a weight off my shoulders. Thank you for checking up on him.
Blasted trap. Are you able to pry it apart? Oh, my fellow Soul Warden saves the day. Thank you for breaking that snare. I truly thought I'd be stuck there for all eternity. My pride more than my body. I was tracking a scouting party from the corrupted Legion, but the sun betrayed me, and I was forced to flee. I suspect the Legion sent scouts to search the desert for refugees. We need to warn everyone at the Wakala Awaha outpost. Come, follow me! I hope this means the residents of this place will get the assistance they need. I've done what I can, but it is far from enough. I suggest you speak to the others in this camp, especially that young woman over there. She has been responsible for organizing much of this, and can explain the current situation. Thank you again, comrade. You brought hope where there was none.
Stay together. There's strength in numbers. Ready what weapons you have, but be prepared to run if it comes to that. Don't lose hope. You there! You have a heroic look about you. That steely glint in your eyes, the aura of confidence, the distinctive swagger. When I want something, we're in desperate need of capable warriors. A terrible enemy, the corrupted Legion, lays siege to this land. These people are trying to flee the conflict and get to safety. No, I'm just helping however I can. I am Ghazi Larmani, a scribe and scholar. We have no way to fight these fearsome foes, but I'm hoping you do. Can you help us? Ah, we're in luck then. I feel an attack on this camp is imminent. They're likely to come from the northwest. Could you scout the sands in that direction? I pray you're as capable as you look. You've done it! My instincts are never wrong! Well, not when it's important. You will be envied by many, admired by all, and desired by an obsessive few. Upon a closer inspection of such a striking visage, I amend that to many. Now that you've proven yourself, I'm compelled to ask for your help again. I'm not only a scholar, I'm also a chronicler. For the last several years, I've been committing to parchment the extraordinary life of none other than Imhotep the Wise. The great sage of Brimstone, oldest living soul on Aeternum, friend to the ancients, architect of the Great Pyramid at Akhet. He is more valuable than the library at Alexandria. He's also committed to stopping the corrupted Legion. If anyone can do it, it's him. But he's gone missing. He does this occasionally. Well, frequently, actually. But this time, I feel something terrible has happened. Am I that transparent? You'd be doing Brimstone Sands a great service. He was traveling to the Acropolis and was supposed to send word when he arrived. But it never came. Start your search there.
to formulate a plan against the corrupted Legion. Theirs is a threat not seen in centuries. But all I found are scattered remnants of the Legion. Broken swords and shattered shields. Who could have defeated these fearsome Legionnaires? And did they reconstitute? Or become lost? They seem to have simply vanished. To further complicate matters, I've seen evidence of the angry Earth. They've not been a significant force here in over 1,000 years. Why are their numbers suddenly increasing? Most intriguing conundrum. As for that terrible presence, I felt it stirring, heard it whispering. An ancient malevolence of this, I'm certain. And it's familiar to me. But my memories begin to fade like morning mist at dawn. I must still my mind lest I lose myself. I cannot allow that to transpire. Not now. Aban and I will continue our search for more clues regarding this disturbing enigma. I will send word to Ghazi when we find something.
You've returned! To be honest, I wasn't sure if you would. What's this? A journal page. Imhotep took Aban with him. He's a fellow scribe and dear friend. Where could they have gone? I must find out. But there's a looming crisis we must deal with first. I hope I'm not becoming a burden, but heroes are hard to find. Your bold and effective defense of these refugees has enraged the Legion garrison at Crassus's rise. They're preparing a massive assault to wipe us all out. Noticed that, did you? They're the original Romans who founded New Corsica centuries ago. They were once Brimstone's noble protectors. But after a terrible tragedy, corruption turned them into a scourge. Oh, don't get me started. It has been a blight on this land for thousands of years. It was a plague even to the ancients when they walked these sands. It unleashed a terrible cataclysm. Your guess is as good as mine. Not even Imhotep knows. But let's focus on the matter at hand. The Legion fortress lies to the northwest. Hit it hard. I'll try and pick up Imhotep's trail. I'll meet you outside the fortress. Good luck. I was hoping to see your striking visage again. And your aura of confidence has grown. That can only mean victory, yes? Well done. the corrupted Legion will think twice before attacking innocent refugees again. You read my mind, you wily oracle. Imhotep's wisdom may be the only thing that can save us from this relentless foe. I pray he's safe and sound. Luckily, my efforts to locate Imhotep have borne fruit. Aban sent a message that they were heading to Carthago. Aban seemed especially worried about our master losing himself. I'm afraid it's complicated. You see, when someone lives as long as Imhotep, their mind can become full and sometimes spill. Like a vessel holding too much water. Thoughts, ideas, they can all become jumbled. No, he's not. His mind has simply had to contend with so much. Centuries and centuries of memories. We were never meant to live this long. Imhotep has said so on many occasions. Of course, he holds more knowledge than anyone else in the world. We just have to be patient with him. There's an outpost that way called Cavalier's Rest. Please, search Carthago, find Imhotep and bring him there. I've come to rely on you. Don't let me down.
Please! Please! Help me! Oh, please! My master Imhotep gone to Neuracotis. I was to collect Rosie. Meet him there. I didn't see them, didn't hear them. Those things! Those horrible things! You must warn Imhotep. The sands have come alive. Still no sign of the corrupted Legion. They should have overrun this site. This is beyond perplexing. It's a veritable mystery. And the malevolence grows stronger. Its presence pushes further into my mind. I can feel myself slipping, losing my grip. The price that must be paid for our centuries of life is a cruel joke by the ancients. Or perhaps by something darker, far more terrible. The cold vastness of space is filled with unknown horrors. I must find answers. What is keeping Aban and Ghazi? I will continue searching for answers here, but I will desperately need their help soon. Very soon. I think I hear them now. We have much to discuss.
You've returned! By Isis, you're tougher than old crocodile leather. But your look is so grim. I'm afraid to ask. Oh no. My poor, sweet Aban. What happened to him? Did he say anything? What the hell does that mean? And what's this? Another journal page. Oh, my dear master. What could have befallen him? Damn my eyes, I should have been by his side. Oh, I knew something had gone wrong. I'm cursed with an infallible instinct for these sorts of things. Did you discover anything else in Eurycotis? Angry Earth? They must have attacked Imhotep. I've never heard of them wandering that far. What could they have wanted? There are a few Angry Earth here, and they normally gather at Jupiter's Grove. Oh, I am really developing an affection for you. Go and see what you can find. I'll head to New Corsica to see what I can find. I feel terrible about Sweet Aban's fate.
Well, you certainly seem to have stirred up this hornet's nest, youngster. Sadly, I find myself a prisoner of these elemental beings. Or else, I'd offer my assistance. Then this is a fortuitous day for us both. For I am he. There's a sandy monstrosity that seems to have a way to release these unusual bonds. But I doubt it'll simply hand it over. Brilliantly done, youngster. I could tell by your show of martial prowess that you are highly trained. Now let me guess. Ghazi sent you. Am I right? Remarkable woman. A brilliant mind for one so young. But we mustn't waste any time. Something evil stirs in the sands. I'll meet you both in New Corsica. There's much to do.
You made it! You're becoming as reliable as the dawn. Imhotep arrived a short while ago. He was quite impressed with his gallant rescuer. Oh, I could kiss your striking visage repeatedly. Thankfully, Imhotep was still in one piece. Please excuse the mess. Most of the important books and scrolls in the city were seized and stored here. It's become our library and our sanctum. The Pontifex Charmion, a spiritual leader here for many years. She was once very wise, but she's lost her way. Unfortunately, New Corsica has suffered under her guidance. Guard your words carefully in her presence. He's recovering from his ordeal. Although relatively unharmed, it had a greater impact on him than he was willing to say. He's taking restorative elixirs to help him focus his mind. I've never seen him so troubled. Honestly, it scares me. Oh, he wanted you to consult a scroll. He said it would shed light on our current situation. It's just there on the table.
The gods summoned us from the old world, calling us to paradise, the undying land. They promised life eternal. The divine ancients shared their wisdom, directing us to build great temples to house their wonders. The works of my people shone like a jewel in this new world, but madness erupted throughout the land, igniting a terrible war. Our great works were laid to waste. When the fires cooled, the ancients had vanished, leaving behind only ruins and a doomed race of immortal soldiers guarding empty temples. But we were determined to endure. In the absence of the ancients, we became the masters of our own destiny. We battled the primordial beings birthed by the cataclysm and discovered immortality became a curse. Death had not been banished, only transformed. Even the madness returned to plague us anew. In the end, the ancients' promises had been nothing but lies. I pray they've not blinded us to the terror stirring beneath the sands.
I am not being loud. I'm simply worried about you. Think about Aban.
Do you think I could ever forget Aban?
We'll continue this later. Words fail me. How can I ever thank you for saving this old goat?
Yes, this goat owes you a tremendous debt. But I'm afraid we may not yet take a rest.
You see what I said about our friend here?
Indeed. Most impressive. Your presumption is correct. We must retrieve the seed of the Azoth tree.
It seems the angry Earth have reawakened just for the seed. But we must learn what they plan to do with it.
And where they've taken it. Yes, of course. To grow the seed, they'll need water. And plenty of it. Now I understand Ghazi's embarrassing obsession with you.
Do remember, Imhotep, that I'm much more handy with a sword than you.
Thank you for your help. I would join you, but I felt an evil presence on my journey near the shrine of Thoth. One which Ghazi and I must investigate.
Recover the seed if you can, and meet us at the shrine.
there you are. No doubt you've witnessed all manner of fascinating events and faced innumerable perils. And bearing gifts, I see. What is that device? Feeding, you say? Most intriguing. This will certainly merit further study. Yes. Most intriguing indeed. This device is of ancient make. I recognize the distinctive markings and construction. It's a focus for some kind of power, but I've never seen one exactly like this before. Oh, I knew them well enough to worry about a device like this. It's protected by an arcane lock that prevents me from discerning its nature. I've encountered such locks before. That remains to be seen. This one seems especially complex. The design is familiar, though. Fortunately, I happen to know a spell that can open ancient locks. But I will require certain rare components. Your eagerness and acumen are commendable. You remind me of Ghazi. Here is the list of components and where to acquire them. I'd warn you of the danger, but I believe you're up to the task. These items are fine specimens. You have an eye for this sort of work, youngster. Place the items in the conjuring circle in the areas I've marked. Then, for your safety, step away. I shall begin the incantation. It is indeed a sorcery taught to me by one of the ancients themselves. My mentor. It isn't what we thought, by the way. The ancients, they were not gods, though they wielded power as if they were. Too much like us in some ways, and yet not enough like us in others. The specter of Aeternum is their legacy. Never forget that. But now, I must concentrate. Stay close to Ghazi.
No! It cannot be! We have unleashed the demon!
But that's impossible. For it to reawaken after all these centuries? Was it a ritual?
Yes. Swaddled in arrogance. I have brought doom upon us all. No! 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 I must do something! I must stop him! Ah! My mind darkens. I drown in shadows. I am lost. Lost! Ah!
Imhotep!
Address me as Great Pharaoh. I appoint you as my sword to defeat Apophis, our eternal foe. Apophis is a primordial, an elder of the angry earth we believed banished. His return heralds the destruction of humanity. The ancients awakened the angry earth to battle corruption. But their deadly weapon perceived us as a threat as well.
It was millennia ago, but the horror is still fresh. Apophis led the angry earth in a war of genocide against our people. Only because they ceased their attacks and returned to the earth. We never discovered why.
I know not, but there is a vault in Hermopolis, where many records were kept. Seek my sword, and meet us anon in New Corsica.
We must attend to the words of the great pharaoh. I know he seems different, but he's still Imhotep, and wise beyond measure. Imhotep's mind has shifted. The gentle soul of the great sage is gone. Another has arisen in his place. Yes, we stand in the presence of the great pharaoh Imhotep, son of Ptah, high priest of Heliopolis. We must speak to him accordingly. We must not stress him further.
My mighty sword returns. You shine with the light of Ra. What mysteries have you uncovered in the vault? Speak to your pharaoh. These scrolls are written in ancient script. There are few in Aeternum who can read them. I am one of them. And that strange jar. Something floats within. So it is. I must decipher these scrolls. There is foul alchemy at work here. The scrolls speak of a process that combines the bodies and souls of different creatures together into a chimera. This is the blasphemous power that the ancients used to create the primordials. I did not think it possible. But perhaps I was mistaken. This strange jar is not centuries old. It's new. Someone recently visited the vault. I do not think so. Such craft seems beyond that demon's temperament and skill. There's another mind at work here. One that is far more cunning.
I recognize the pungent scent and sickly color of the jar's fluid. It comes from the sulfurous pools of Orcus. Go there and see what you can discover. But be on your guard. Great evil lurks in the shadows. Is there no task that you cannot accomplish? Ptah has crafted me a very fine weapon indeed. I sense something strange. A familiar power. It's a piece of a disk of Atum. It pulses with quintessence. Potent energy from the stars the ancients used in their magics. Why was this at the pools of Orcus? Could Apophis simply be creating an army of chimeras? That would take time. And it seems too simple a stratagem. There is more here that we are not seeing. The discs of Atum were used to focus the quintessence harnessed by the Aeneid, a vast power source housed within the Great Pyramid of Akhet, a structure I built for the ancients long ago. When active, it powered the ancients' great machines throughout the island. Apophis did boast he had been granted power. Akhet houses both wonders and horrors. It has weapons capable of terrible devastation. They would certainly suit that demon's lust for destruction. And it's clear he's been to the pyramid. My sword must investigate Akhet to determine if the flow of quintessence has increased. I'll enhance your Azoth staff to detect the precious energy. Seek out the Diospolis entrance to the pyramid. It'll give you the access to the inner workings of the temple, to its deepest secrets. Go with the light of Ra.
I'm not sure why you've come here. You cannot stop what I have begun. The threat of corruption was dire, but the toll you exacted from the Motherwell, the damage you wrought, it will take generations to heal. I foolishly came to the aid of humanity. And once again, this is how we were repaid. It is proven again, humanity is the true source of all evils. A vessel for corruption, a plague to nature. And you are a prime example. Another of my kind lies dreaming in these sands. But he will soon be awakened. And together we will purge this island of your kind and restore Aeternum to the paradise it was meant to be. Be gone from here! There is nothing you can do.
Even here I sense the surge of power from Aket. The earth hums with the energized blood flowing through her veins. What has Apophis done? Adiana? It has been many long centuries since I heard that name. I thought her gone like the others. You do realize she assumes that name only to masquerade in human form? She is an ancient we knew as Artemis. Oh. So she keeps that a secret these days, does she? There is much significance to that fact. Much I will need to consider. But if she has reactivated the Aeneid, then she has something quite catastrophic in mind. Here? In Brimstone Sands? She could only mean Sutek, the very ancient who taught me the mysteries of Aeternum. My master will return then. But Artemis will need the Eye of Horus. Only the Eye can awaken my master.
The revelation of Sutek's return has pushed Imhotep's mind to the edge. If we lose him, we are truly doomed. I devised a more potent formula, but I've run out of the materials to create it. I don't even know if it'll work. But I can't leave his side. Not now. I have it here, along with the formula. Please prepare it and return as quickly as possible. I'll try and keep Imhotep calm. I can see he's barely hanging on. Great Osiris! Imhotep is gone! He started ranting about saving us. He raced out the door. I couldn't stop him. I was going to go after him, but I knew it was wiser to wait for your return. I am no warrior. Imhotep's obsessed with Sutek's return. He kept insisting he had to prepare the way. I've never seen him like this. He called himself the Vizier of the Ancients. He must be headed to the gates of Sutek. They lie to the west. Many believe that site to be both cursed and sacred. Imhotep's looking for the Eye of Horus. I've never seen it, but Imhotep's mentioned it a few times. It's a key of some kind. Whatever it is, if Imhotep wants it so badly, it's vital that we find it first. You have the new elixir, Perhaps it can soothe Imhotep's raging mind. Whatever happens, please remember that the good, gentle man is still there. You just have to find him again.
Retrieve the Eye of Horus. Use your staff. Track its potent quintessence. I'm with you. I'll guide you if I can. Go! Quickly! You are making a grave mistake. You do not understand what is happening here. Leave now. Pray for Sultan's mercy. I do not wish to hurt you. Abandon this course of action. I will stop you if I must. I was mistaken. The ancients are gods. We must appeal to their benevolence. Go back! Kazi needs you. Return and protect her. She is far more than she seems. I beg you to see reason. This is your last warning. I will unleash the fury of the ancients. Don't force my hand. I beg you! Witness the power of the ancients! Feel their wrath! I am the keeper of mysteries, guardian of secrets! Even you cannot stand against the ancients. Stop fighting me! End this pointless battle! Join me! You can aid my efforts to appease the gods! Aeternum belongs to the ancients! Let them reclaim it! It has been nothing but a curse on our people! I am lost in darkness. The abyss swallows me. Oh, thank the powers it's you. Please, forgive me. I was not myself. Ra's light, this elixir is most potent and tastes wonderfully of cinnamon. Well done. Oh, here, take it. It's the key to unlocking Sutek's necropolis. We must hope he's not yet been reawakened.
You will also need a code to enter the necropolis. Place the eye on the pedestal further on. It will reveal the code. You have the code! Excellent. Ghazi's faith in you is not misplaced. Her instincts are never wrong. I wish she could see how she would benefit the people of New Corsica. She must stop hiding. Nothing to be concerned over. You have far more important matters to worry about at the moment. Now that you have the code and the eye, here is the location of Sutek's necropolis. It was hidden long ago to ensure the slumbering ancient would not be disturbed. That must not happen. You must prevent Sutek's return at all costs, but be prepared for a great battle. Apophis may already be there, and that monster's power is terrifying. I will be fine thanks to you, my dear friend. Please, come back to us. Ghazi and I have become quite fond of your striking visage. And she would be most distraught to lose another loved one. Yes! Blessed be the light of Ra! I sense the foul presence of Apophis banished to the sands. I was hoping I would not have to confront the demon myself. I was cautiously optimistic. And you are not my sword. You are the sword of Brimstone Sands. Please, return to New Corsica. Ghazi will be worried sick and will be delighted to see you. She spent far too many years looking at this weary old face. It's you she will be eager to see. And I will be glad to see the two of you reunited.
Bring your beautiful visage here, and let me gaze upon you for a few moments. It is so good to see you. The flush of color would suit you. I knew you would do it. My instincts are never wrong, remember? I hope we'll be seeing much more of each other, under far less nerve-wracking circumstances.
The sword of Brimstone returns. You have defeated a mighty demon and brought order to this land. I will be forever grateful for the great service you have done for my people. A fair question. I am now a reflection of all my past lives. But they are in balance thanks to your tasty elixir. If I am to choose a title, then I choose Imhotep the Physician. For the time has come to heal the land. It is good to see hope restored to these sands. But I must confess that I am troubled by the reactivation of the Aeneid, knowing that Artemis is involved and that she sought to raise Sutek. It does not bode well. I fear that is what the signs do clearly portend. Though Artemis was known to take human form, her hatred for our species was legendary. I'm not surprised she invested much of her power in the angry Earth. But where that leads us, I'm not sure. The ancients often had shrines they favored, where they received guests. I recall hearing her shrine featured a small fountain, or a well of some sort. It's likely long gone now. Yes! Yes! That's it! That's the name! Go to the Daughter Well. You must. There may be answers there. But be careful. If the wrath of an ancient has been stirred, I pray the light of Ra protects you. Protects us all.
Apophis is returned to the sands, and Sutek remains at rest. But the hunt has only just begun. This hunt will be my greatest yet. The wretched mass of humanity, my ultimate prey. When we first appeared before them, humans were eager to learn, hungry for guidance. We approached them in forms that were familiar, and showered them with blessings. But they lacked the purity shared by other creatures of these lands. I warned my brethren, these beings were not worthy of eternal life. But the gift was bestowed nonetheless. And what thanks did we receive? The fools turned against us. I knew then, annihilation of the species was our only option. But greater threats emerged, requiring our attention. Years passed. We tried to live here in peace and harmony. But the twisted ambitions of humanity have reinvited disaster time and again. Now, however, the power of the Aeneid flows through the veins of Aeternum, fuel for my grim task. I will undo the mistake my brethren made so long ago. I will revoke the gift and restore your mortal birthright to a final and inevitable death.
I don't know about you, but I could use a hot bath and a nice long nap. Some company would be nice as well.
You've returned. I would guess a confrontation with Artemis did not occur then. Did you learn anything more regarding her ambitions? Blessed Ra. An end to immortality is an end to humanity on Aeternum. It is a great purge after all. The final one. Great Pata, I hope not. But I intend to find out. This will require much research. Our work continues, Sword of Brimstone. I fear we may eventually have to confront Artemis. And we will need much help if we are to do that.